It's a huge validation, not only for the person who wins the award, obviously, which is life-changing, but it's also a statement about our literary center, our literary consciousness.
What this prize does, it opens you up to all these possibilities and opportunities that were closed off to poets and that generally are closed off, where you can get enough money to survive, raise your kids, not have to teach if you don't want, not have to do anything but write poetry. And to me, that's a luxury.
In a very crowded world of poetry books these days, the Kate Tufts, which is the prize for a first book, really gives a first book another chance to be looked at closely by a wider range of people. There's so many first books coming out, and these poets haven't necessarily made their name yet. So that's a really great opportunity for us to come and say, this is really a book in that group that you should read. And then the Kingsley Tufts, which is the kind of big prize for a mid-career poet, it's, financially significant enough that it changes a poet's life. It will really let that poet write their next book with the kind of reflection and internality that they need, and that's hard to find in our kind of hyper-connected lives.
I think that it's really like a jewel in the crown of the specific literary community, just to have this sort of acknowledgement and awareness. I mean, imagine 500 books, and you've got to whittle that down, and then we have to sort of haggle out the remainder of the ones that go to the next tier. And that's a really, really tough process.
It's not so much what's the best poetry, but where's poetry at? Who's exhibiting it? Who's pushing it forward? Poetry is almost like a moving target because things every year something keeps happening, new people, and we're looking for that edge, I think, of where poetry seems to be going, not so much people who capture where it's been, even though there's some amazing poets that do that. I think so that it's just an amazing process to be in as a judge.
What happened to me is there are some books where you open it and you're reading a poem or two poems and you go, oh my God, this is so incredibly good. I absolutely cannot absorb that greatness all at once. So I put that in a pile because I know immediately I'm going to want to linger over that. But you have to look at that in terms of the craftsmanship, the subject and how they've approached it. All of those elements that go into making, let's say, the mid-career award an award, and seeing that incredible arc that they've arrived at that point.
The book of poetry is not very big, but you can tell they're into a fullness. Every line, every poem, every stanza, it's got fullness of depth, insight, the expansiveness of the language. To me, that's what I'm looking at. And again, it keeps shifting, and that's important to know, okay, where's it going?
My favorite part is reading the books and then talking with the judges. It's really the whole thing. But I love reading all the books and getting a sense of the landscape. And then I love the conversation with the judges because, again, it illuminates so many things about the poems that I miss on my own. And it forces me to articulate things I had noticed, but I didn't have a language for. And so there's something very deep. And then honestly, being able to give this meaningful award to somebody that it's going to change their lives. I mean, that's an extraordinary privilege to be able to do.
I was very heartened to see some of the books that we chose that made it to the finalists, and very excited to see about the winners. I mean, there's nothing more thrilling than, that final moment when they're contacted.
Well, we're calling to let you know, we don't want to beat around the bush, but you have won the Kate, and we're so proud of you.
So excited. Oh my God.
Oh, we're excited too.
Thank you so much.
Oh gosh, thank you for writing this amazing book. This hardened honey, right? This slow drip of joy. We just love this book, and we're alarmed that this is your first book. It is so fully developed, and it is it's a staggering work, and we're really very happy to be able to celebrate it.
Hello.
Hi, is this Ariana?
Yes.
We have all got champagne. We're celebrating for you. We're all partying here in Claremont tonight because you have won the Kingsley Tufts Award. Congratulations!
Oh my God!
This book has, I seriously mean it when I say it's changed my life and my sense of what is possible in this art form of ours, and I can't thank you enough for it, and others will feel that way too. Others do feel that way.
We chose a book that is a big, ambitious, complicated, messy book, and it's a book that doesn't arrive kind of perfectly tied up with a bow. It's really rich and also challenging.
When you're in chaotic space, chaotic time, it seems like poetry is the place where the coherency begins to happen. And I think that that's where we're at now. Chaos doesn't mean we go from chaos to order. It really means we go from chaos to creativity. And poetry is one of the ways to go there.
I can't believe we get to do this. As hard as it is to come up with the final one, it's such a joy, really, too.
This is a way of honoring people that are doing something that can be life-changing, not only for themselves, but for the public whose work they touch.